Boom.
All right.
Welcome to our house, our basement,
our stream.
our stream.
It's not a basement, it's a den.
Okay, I'm sorry. But
Basement
to be
is
fair,
so much
with
more
these
depressing.
walls, it looks like we're in a basement,
It
doesn't
looks like we're in a den.
Okay, fine.
Because it's
we're
one
in a
panel.
So who
We're in
are
a
you
den.
guys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm classically Abby, and this is my husband,
Jacob.
Jacob Roth.
Mhm.
And we're going to be playing BioShock today and talking about it and what its ideas are. Jacob, go into it a bit.
Well,
Sure.
Before you do, how you connected to YAF?
Oh, yeah. Jacob, what do you do?
First time we're getting our feet wet in these territories and everything like that. So I am a staff attorney for Young America's Foundation, and Abigail is the first conservative influencer. And so
That's true.
we
Yeah.
figured there was a natural middle of the Venn diagram between what Abigail does in her way, what YAF does in its way.
And what you do. Yeah.
Well, for and so one of those aspects of overlap is just trying to reach people where they're at and what entertains them and get some conservative themes out there. It happened to be that we were talking at the office about BioShock a few weeks ago and about the themes in it, and so isn't that just a leftist game just criticizing capitalism? Yes, BioShock does criticize capitalism. It criticizes objectivist hyper-libertarianism.
Insane libertarianism.
Insane libertarianism. But in that critique, even though it's from a left perspective, it actually opens the door to considering conservatism and how it rounds out things in that hyper-libertarian depiction in BioShock, and how a lot of the problems in the society of Rapture in BioShock have a conservative answer for how you avoid going that wrong.
Right,
And
so it's not that capitalism in all of its, different iterations is a terrible thing. It's that capitalism, when taken to this extent...
And shorn of everything else that conservatism has to teach, yeah, okay, you're going to get an underwater city filled with genetic mutants bashing each other's brains in while everything melts down or leaks, which is what we're about to see.
Essentially. Although, what I will say... There are some great things about this game, which we have played before. And so one of the things that I liked is that I'm terrible at video games. Warning, just everyone should know I'm very bad. My husband can do it. I'm not very good. But I can actually play this not well, but I can play it. So that's great. And then the other part of it is that the visuals are pretty cool. I really like it, even though this game is pretty old.
Yeah, 2007 about.
Oh my gosh, really?
I'm going to get us underway.
Yeah, go, start.
Yeah. Well, actually, there are a lot of questions. Very excited rolling in. Is this live?
This is live!
Well,
we're doing it right now!
Yeah, if you're asking the question, is this live? It's in the chat. We are responding to that. So yeah, there you go. That's your verification. We are, in fact, live.
What chat are you watching?
We're watching the Twitch, the YAF Twitch.
We're watching the
chat.
YAF Twitch.
Yes. So if you're on my channel right now or any of the other social feeds, you can head over to the Twitch channel if you want to start writing in comments and stuff like that.
And I will switch on over to the live scene of the game now.
Yeah. So what should we do? Easy, medium, hard, or survivor?
We are still doing easy.
Thank you.
Because it's a combination of trying to stunt on the game, explain our point of view, everything like that, and just take it in. And then also to make it so that we're not retreading the same territory over and over again should
it would not go well.
Our brains bashed in by a genetic mutant.
So I did want to quickly mention also the music in this game is great. I love it. But also that there is violence in this game for my followers who are more sensitive to that.
They told me.
Oh, wait.
Son,
should I not talk?
Let's give the concept.
you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Guys, tell us if
Yeah, we can. I'm just observing the chat.
I know we've got our phones here so that we can see what y'all are saying.
So someone is saying lower game audio. So okay.
There we go.
Monitoring that.
But the reason we can play this game and there's violence in it and I feel comfortable playing it, even though this was something that I had to get more used to is violence in video games, is I figure if in something like this you're learning a lesson, it's teaching you something, and it's there to provide value for the game, then I think that that's quite all right. So
Yeah, so Abigail grew up in a traditionally conservative...
should I swim around?
Yeah, you should swim around and try not to either drown or burn to death. So Abigail was raised in a more traditionally conservative religious household, as I'm sure so many of you are familiar with her family. On my end of things, yeah, I grew up watching action movies. I grew up watching R-rated and then some.
I mean, I definitely watched action movies. This wasn't like the really, really bad stuff. I didn't really go. Like, I never watched a horror movie. That was a lot of, in my opinion, gratuitous violence. But
Yeah.
this is horror, and
I grew up with all this stuff, so I have no personal problem with it, but coming from a more libertarian background to conservatism, I now appreciate more of the traditionally conservative people who have an issue with a lot of volatile graphic content. Nonetheless, it's important to engage with the culture. I like all this stuff, and I think there is definitely a lot of value to engaging with what's there, just not sinking to a low level because you happen to like it.
Okay, so we're looking around, and it says, no gods or kings, only man.
Yeah, that's a great start to society, is to elevate yourself and yourself
Yeah,
along.
Exactly, right?
I will say, if I can take the controls from
it.
One of my favorite things is just you walk in, and this game has an amazing sense of art. You just walk in, and then Andrew Ryan is staring down at you, and you have a good sense of the art deco that's going to be beaten over your head the entire game. Just, I don't know, these moments are what made BioShock games as art, is just actually good art design for the
Absolutely.
architecture that makes you want to
Well,
walk
that's
slowly.
the thing. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing about this game that I liked when we played the first time is that it puts you in this world, and it's a world that like it's cool that there's an Art Deco world underwater. That's cool. It just happens to be a terrible society.
They have science, they have industry, they have art. What more could you
Well, and it's
possibly
funny
want?
because it says no gods or kings, only man, and then Andrew Ryan's head is so large. He's clearly the god and the king. So.
No, totally not.
I'm sorry, that's crazy. How could I even say it? So we're in a water elevator, is that right? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so make sure that you pan the camera around to admire everything. I'm just checking on the audio context in here.
I apologize in advance. Oh, there's gonna be talking.
Yeah, they get priority.
I'm sorry.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
Ooh.
A city where the artist would not fear his
Yeah, the
where the
cinematography in this
scientist
game
would not
is
be bound by
so
petty
choice.
morality,
Yeah.
where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
And I love that they do this because it shows what it should have been and what it was briefly. And then throughout the rest of the game, you're seeing what it turned into.
So just taking in the panorama. Also, the use of puns there. I think that was the first sign that the society was going downhill.
Oh, what did they say?
Surprise, games of chance.
I didn't even get that.
Not for a moment could a society that lets that be the form of your ambition possibly survive.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, get ready for assault by horror movie mooks in a moment.
Yeah,
once the
yeah,
loading
that
is
will
done.
be happening again for the followers of mine who are more sensitive to that stuff. That will be happening quite a bit in this game. Are there any good messages?
Observe for yourself.
I gotta scroll. Someone asked earlier, and I think they were being sarcastic, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's the most classic video game?
Mario.
Mario. Okay,
Yeah, the
fair
original.
enough,
That's it's distilled to its purest form. Little jumping and platforming with whimsy and nonsense.
Oh gosh, do I have to hit someone immediately? What do I do?
Yeah, you've forgotten.
I
so
forgot
quickly.
everything. Yes.
Now you're gonna see this man get
Okay.
gutted by this woman.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So observe his last moments,
Oh. Okay. Blood.
and
Got
there she
it.
goes.
Okay.
He's having a good time.
Yeah, it does not look great.
No, it's fine. He's having a great time. This is his self-achievement and actualization in Rapture. Yeah, that's what he came here for. That's his highest end.
Are those his hands, or does he have
No,
hooks?
she heats them up and makes them glow.
Oh.
And then when you fight this kind of enemy in the game, they're called a spider slicer because they crawl on walls. They launch the hooks at you, and they're
well,
on
now
fire.
Minecraft server?
I.
You still have people asking for a Minecraft server for your classes.
Can I be honest? Which one is Minecraft?
I'll explain later.
Is that the one
It's-
where you like build?
Yeah, you build a lot, you
8-bit.
mine a lot. It's got that deliberate 8-bit style.
Okay, I'm supposed to pick up a radio.
You simply must.
Where
you
is
must
it?
kindly look for the glowing radio on your right.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, did you?
Well, I have to wonder.
You gotta look up. Now grab it. There you go. Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is going to be a lot of this stream, is me asking Jacob what I'm supposed to do at this point. I'm not great at controlling the camera either, so hopefully I don't make any mistakes.
Oh,
Okay,
you will.
I've got a goal to get to higher ground.
I won't leave you twisting
So looking around, just showing it off to everybody. They haven't seen the game.
We're gonna need to draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
So that's not something. Okay, should I
so
look outside?
The
for them?
you may. A thing with game design is they will light the way, so there's like an intuitive sense of where to go.
Okay.
So the game usually is shepherding you just by implicit design of the level.
Got it.
Granted, you'll rapidly find a dead end if you don't go the right way, but they're trying to lead you with light. So to your left. Oh, there's more light there. So
Okay.
you follow that light.
Okay, I'm going.
Just a bit further.
Ah!
Don't worry, he's gonna.
Okay.
No,
Oh!
he's gonna make little drones shoot her.
Oh, got it. Thank you, Atlas.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
Yeah. So jump and push forward.
Splicer, seal Johnny in.
Yeah. There you go, and you have your wrench.
I see it!
It's all lit up for you.
I know, I'm so excited. Okay.
The
I'm good.
last weapon you'll ever need in this game.
Okay, so now I just do this a lot. Okay, got it. Okay, now where
Okay.
do I go?
So in front of you, back behind you.
Behind this
That
way.
was in front of you. It's lit up.
Oh, I
So-
know, but there was stuff in the way.
Yeah, but now you're gonna crouch.
Oh.
Yeah. 3D
This
tactics.
way. Oh no,
We'll
it's
smash
supposed
it.
to
Yeah.
smash.
There you go. And crouch.
And
Wow,
bounce
really
it.
Yeah.
strong. One hit and you break it.
Duck and weave. And he's gonna kick this
Oh
time.
god! What do I do?
Yeah, got lateral movement. Or just let it lose all momentum and sidestep it.
Okay, wait, I'm trying to stand up. Why is it am I standing?
Yes.
Oh, so I was. I was just going down and up and down and up.
Now we're gonna brain him.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Did you? Oh, we have the first aid.
Oh, we
kit.
need to get Electro Bolt. So okay. See, game won't let us through.
So now we go to this place.
I do have to say, I do love the ads in this game.
Yeah.
If only advertisements went back to this.
I know. The thing is, it's like the style of the game is so cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, because the 1920s is a cool era.
It's got a wonderful charm to it.
20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all those eras are pretty cool.
Not that they're all the same.
No, very different. That's why I said them each separately. Okay, do I have to do something? Fuck, this is.
Yeah.
You have
it's-
a lot of fans.
Abigail, calm down. Your genetic code is being rewritten.
Oh
it's
my
not a big deal.
gosh! Everything is fine. Keep calm.
Yeah, this is what
Oh,
peak
God.
performance looks like.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what I was hearing, and my phone has the audio on, so I'm hearing
Someone
myself.
is saying drugs are not classic. I agree.
I said this in my channel.
What? That
drugs are not
BioShock
classic.
represents the problem of drug addiction?
I did not say that, but
I'm-
look, now
That's-
you know.
It's the core theme of this game. It's not playing God with your genetic code. It's just injecting. And it's the second dose, the one that makes you feel a little under the weather. Yeah, it might give you electrovolt though.
No better off with metal.
That is a great mask.
See you floating.
Perfect for
It's
Purim.
so great.
Purim is coming up this week, for anyone who was wondering.
Let's definitely draw comparisons.
Purim is a Jewish holiday where we dress up. Clearly not like this, though. We're not gonna.
I mean, I would love to do a Big Daddy costume for that. That'd be fantastic.
That's fun.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel.
First time this part of the game happened, we played this
Light
around.
coming from his belly. Wait a minute. He's still breathing.
It's so creepy.
It is.
It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
But like once you learn about the little sisters and everything, we played this in around Halloween, and so it was Spooktober. The entire month I kept saying to Jacob, "It's Spooktober." And so the little sister storyline was very moving to me.
Oh yeah. Also, the character of Atlas is responsible for me in high school being incredibly irritating by using the phrase "boyo." For,
Is that right?
yeah, here
You
and
never
there.
told me that.
Because you forget the stupid things.
Oh, am
you
I
do.
supposed to use this on this?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It, like your hand, is made of electricity.
God, was I standing under the door?
No. It's the plane.
Oh,
smashing into
God!
it. Yeah, they're gonna want to keep moving.
Oh, forward? Okay.
For your enemies, and
Yeah.
also for you, I guess.
Wait.
So,
Do I crouch?
seek higher ground.
Do I jump?
Yeah, no, you go up and around.
Do I jump?
No, you go up and around. Into the body of the game.
Oh!
Ah,
See,
round.
I'm not intuitive with this stuff.
I really wish that there was like a deployable slip and slide abilities that you could
That'd
just
be
body
fun.
surf. Totally would fit with the tone
theme
of this game.
the theme and tone. Here, I'm gonna take a look at what
Oh, look,
people
it's
are
a
saying.
friend. Oh no, it's just a corpse.
Thank you for telling me I'm doing great. I'm working hard.
You need to-
Right, sir. Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch.
Where's our friend?
The 1-2 punch.
Oh, there you are. Come here.
World Travelers is Titanic.
Come here. Come here.
Oh
Come here.
yeah,
Come here.
I
Come
see the
here.
Titanic, guys. Got uncontrollable water.
Oh, you got the wrench, so all you get. Come on, I can control. Oh my gosh, you can shoot electricity from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the
Oh,
game.
very much a central conceit to this game.
See, so you're supposed to learn how to do more things throughout the game than just having electricity and the wrench. But I find that the electricity and the wrench were perfectly good for me. So that's what I stick with.
Yeah.
And that's what I stuck
Stop.
with the entire game last time we played.
There you go.
Okay.
You're gonna
Thank
come
you.
across the lady who's got a gun carriage.
Oh,
Yeah, a revolver that she treats like a baby.
that's not gonna...
Get them out of
Yeah.
here. But the
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that does not sound good.
If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe.
Who's the older of the two of you?
I'm older. By
By
4 months.
4 months.
So that was 4 months, and we're in them right now.
Mhm.
It's cougar season.
Is that classic, Abigail?
I got that from another Instagram influencer that I followed who said she is 10 days older than her husband, and during those 10 days she'll say, "It's cougar season." I thought that was hilarious. So.
So speaking of cradle robbing, you're about to go take a gun from the woman who has it in her
Should
baby
we
carriage.
explain what's happening for those people who we've been talking over stuff? So basically, Atlas is this
Wait,
guy.
Observe the creepy though, because once you fight her, this is gonna go away. Stop, stop. Let her say her depressing insanity.
Okay.
Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet? Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh no.
So yeah, I will say to this game's absolute credit, and this is a good presentation of games as art. We're gonna make our political critiques and everything like that, but that's just policy and perspective. As art, BioShock is fantastic. It's got a lot of pathos. It really accomplishes a lot. And so just little audio things, the voice actors, all of it, it comes together extremely well. This game is very poignant. Now bash your head in with the wrench.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Sorry.
Now take the revolver that is about 5 feet long.
So, yeah, so Atlas is this guy who's kind of giving us guidance about where we need to go, and he told us that his family has been taken.
By the dictator
By
of
the
the city,
dictator.
the industrialist Andrew Ryan with the giant statue of his own head. Many of you have played this game or have had it spoiled for you and you're familiar with it. Maybe not everyone has, because the game did come out in 2007, 2008.
I didn't know the spoilers, so I don't think we should spoil it.
Yeah, no, we don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year,
You
1959.
guys are getting follows out the rear. Oh, flying. Thank you for the follow.
So, for those of you wondering, we've got a friend here from YAF helping us.
Mm-hmm.
Wave, yep, there he is, right there. Can I say your name? Yep, Kyle's here. So, Kyle's helping us out, and he's taken control of the chat when we are both focused on the game and helping us out there. So, some more masks, because they're celebrating New
New Year's.
Year's. Not Purim, as you might have guessed.
Oh, someone did ask if we finished Control and what was our opinion on it. We did not finish
We
Control
haven't finished
yet.
it yet.
We just happened to stall while we were doing other things, and we will go back to it. The game is really cool. It's got great kinetic combat, everything like that. This story is a little sci-fi original channel movie-esque in certain ways, and just, I don't know, the characterization doesn't pull us in. It's fine, and so because of that, we're not drawn in where we have to keep playing.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
would
sputtered
agree
out a
with
little
that.
bit.
I
We
would
will
agree
go
with
back
that.
to it,
I
though.
mean, it's also much more complicated with the mechanics than this is for me.
Yes.
So I can do this. I cannot do Control, so I watch Jacob play Control mostly.
Which also cuts down on the fun of doing
A little
it.
bit less.
Yeah.
Jimmy No Jones, thanks for the sub.
You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled.
So you got a lot of fans asking, or basically saying, it would be great to see you guys stream more. Yeah,
Well, thanks, guys.
Well, don't speak too soon, guys. It's been all of about 20 minutes.
You don't know how the rest of this time
If you don't move from this scaffolding, she's just gonna keep poking that corpse forever.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to walk around the scaffold.
You are. I'm saying that like it's like a, excuse me, animatronic at like Pirates of the Caribbean, where it just kind of like does its thing over and over.
By Mr. PR80 says,
Oh my.
dump the wrench and support the Second Amendment.
Well, hey, to that, if we're able to swing a wrench so hard that we can kill a mutant in one hit, then those guns on our character are plenty of support already.
No, I mean, I would do both. I just have terrible aim.
Oh,
I have to
we
watch
gotta watch this moment. You
Oh,
gunked her.
man.
Wait, look to the right.
Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
Hello. As you see, things are afoot.
So this is a Big Daddy.
Yeah, keep him in frame. Yeah, we're now playing amateur cinematographer.
I am the most amateur when it comes to that. So as you can see, this guy is protecting
Oh,
the little girl.
there we go. So, conceit of this game, as you may notice, is their superpowers. Why are there superpowers? They are not called superpowers. They're called plasmids. Thing in this game is you have your underwater society made to be some hyper-libertarian utopia. They happen to discover this material underwater and these sea slugs that let you rewrite the genetic code of people. Naturally, of course, it becomes
Should I save?
superpowers, but
Should I save? It told me to save.
yeah, sure, save.
Okay.
So people use this material to rewrite the genetic code. It gives them all kinds of abilities. A thing that's going to come up in the game in like the first section is there's a plastic surgeon you have to fight who would use it to like completely reshape people, and he was inspired by Picasso, so the reshaping he did of people was cubist and unfortunate, but it had an effect on people of making them go mad, and basically was responsible for the city's downfall. But the artistic premise of the game is, yeah, the genetic rewriting drove people crazy and destroyed the city, but really it was the inherent degenerate philosophy of the city that made something like this inevitable, even without the superpowers. But yeah, that's why you're seeing superpowers. The little girls exist to recycle the genetic rewriting material that's in the
there's like
corpses called
Adam
Adam.
and Eve, those two things.
Yeah. So you're gonna wanna
Yeah, I'm sorry.
beat
I
these
forgot.
people to death.
I was involved in the storytelling. I'm not aimed right.
So you see the cursor in the center of the screen?
Yeah.
Looks like you scratched a camera lens.
Yeah.
Put that on them,
Okay.
and then pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And then you will wrench them
Okay, got it. Oh
from
god.
this mortal coil.
Sorry, I thought this was a waterfall, and I was gonna. I don't know what was happening. I'm overwhelmed.
Just proceed.
Should I heal or something?
No, your health is in the top left. You're all good.
Oh.
And you have a bevy of health kits. So just jog
Do I
on.
go down?
Yeah, just jog on.
Whee!
I'm sure your character's saying that internally.
Yeah, I'm sure he is not at all stressed.
See the arrow in the middle of your screen?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing in this
It's
game.
pointing you in the direction you should go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is something in games that I can't do if it's not there. The arrow is very helpful to me. It's necessary to my existence playing these games. So I appreciate that in BioShock. Oh
so,
god!
to reply to Jimmy No John's, BioShock Infinite would be great since it already takes a critical look at hyper-American nationalism.
no.
Yes, that game is designed to take on the idea of founding myths and nationalism, and then also quantum entanglement theory and everything like that. The sci-fi element got
Ah!
way too convoluted, but the critique it makes artistically is along those lines, and it does make for really interesting fodder for a conversation and a critique of their critique. Because art itself is fodder for criticism, even if it criticizes.
Yeah, I haven't played BioShock Infinite. We started BioShock 2. We're still in the middle of that. We finished this one. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we were playing through BioShock 2, and we're chugging along in that.
How do I get out of it?
You just fight people off. It's
Oh,
like a
God.
little
Oh,
arena
God.
sidebar. So yeah, you're gonna want to beat people.
Oh, God.
Remember to hit B.
I forgot about that.
Hit B.
Oh, God.
B.
Why? Oh, okay.
It gives you health. You're gonna want to beat him to death.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The door opened.
I was not ready for it. Okay. Did I get all of the stuff? I'm not sure. Okay, I got all the stuff. Now I still can't go that way. I thought
Go
that
in
was
the direction of the door that opens.
Yes, I understand.
The game is pretty linear.
It makes sense. I just thought I was supposed to go into the fire
No.
initially. That was wrong.
Neither through fire or by water shall you pass. That's not this kind of a moment.
Ooh, but that is a cool effect in this game. I'm gonna walk through the water as you say that. Because that's a cool effect.
Your character in universe is just standing under water.
He's like, oh, this is so great. I
He's
needed a
taking
shower.
a cold shower to like think over the murdering 10 people with a wrench he just did in the span of 5 minutes.
It was a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
too
time
bad.
to
Turn
watch
around.
a movie.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped!
Turn around.
Gonna try to
Oh,
override
yep.
the exit
You're
plan.
gonna get treated to an Orson Welles radio hour.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB wolf or the CIA jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship.
Someone talking about roller coaster tycoon is making me laugh because that is bringing back memories from high school.
There we go.
And with that, farewell, or das
So in terms of plot, you have the great industrialist based on Walt Disney, Howard Hughes, any of those first half of the 20th century billionaires who has this... Yeah, they're... Oh, actually, no, turn around. Yeah. He's urging you to get out of there with all due speed and over the door, click A.
Press A. Got
There
it.
you go. The game makes you try and run away from 3 people, even though you just fought 5 people.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't make that
cleaned
much
up.
sense.
Sure, why not?
I mean, to be fair, fighting off 3 people immediately after having fought off 5 people.
But you took the cold shower.
That should have helped.
So you're revitalized. You took Regeneron, and now there's no stopping you.
Dr. Steinman's cosmetic enhancement, is that what I'll look like?
I really struggle to say your name because it's just so much for what it is. But Stinky Dinks, which is a fun thing to say out loud regardless, that is how we purchased the game. We did get the 3-pack. We got BioShock Remastered on Switch, because we do have a Switch, and I thought that might be more fun for us, a little more portable, but trying to play a shooting game on
It's
the
not
Switch,
great.
the right stick is so imprecise for aiming that we just defaulted to smacking everything with a wrench, which remains the default strategy in my opinion. But we repurchased it when it was on sale for $10 the other day, and so now we have it all on Xbox.
So you can see, I'm just showing you guys kind of the world a little bit, because it's cool. And I'll stand over here. You can see too. Medical Pavilion is clearly doing great. The sign is hung perfectly straight. One person stood back and watched, made sure it was straight. They were like, perfect.
It's tastefully askew, like a classic hat worn by Frank Sinatra.
Exactly.
That was their model. They looked to Sinatra for their sign hangings.
It's great.
So you're gonna want to wander around here.
Oh.
Do you want to hand it over to me to wander?
Yeah, you wander. I'll look a little bit.
In my case, not all who wander are lost.
He's the pro.
Oh, Abigail, audio log.
Oh, I love these.
Okay, come on. Play the diary. There we go.
Dr. Steinman said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case.
Raise your hand if you think this is not going to turn out well for that lady.
She was, so as I was explaining before, you have the billionaire industrialist who ran the city, and so, there you go. So he's based on Walt Disney, Howard Hughes, those classic billionaires, and he wanted to create this hyper-libertarian utopia so that men with his ambitions could avoid being constrained by communism or American welfarism or religiosity, anything like that, you know, self-actualization to the most self-regarding, selfish degree. And so he is the one who, in the chaos of the city, ended up using a pheromone system that affects the people who splice up with that atom stuff, so he can make a private army, and so that's who's opposing this. He's the Chechnya vodka. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to deal with having killed 10 people or whatever.
The cold shower clearly didn't do enough.
Cold shower followed by 12 bottles of Chechnya vodka is the winning move.
Oh god.
Yeah, I hope
This sounds. I can't even look at this. I'm so sorry for all of you guys who have
It's
to
gone
watch.
now.
Woo! That was...
Our character is a heavyweight. But yeah, so Andrew Ryan is the guy, and we are here just to find our way out of the city, and he thinks we are some foreign spy, and so he's sicking all these brainwashed, mutated people.
So how does he control them?
Pheromone system.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect him to hand it to you out of the milk of humankind.
Looking at what people are saying.
Steinman ain't
Someone asked if I'm a Mario or Luigi stan.
The answer is clearly Monty Mole.
Jacob
The
is
only
a Monty
worthy
Mole
character in Mario Party is Monty Mole, because he
I mean,
just,
I always choose
he's
Princess
prime.
Peach. I think Princess Peach is very cute. But I grew up playing. I wasn't allowed to play video games. Not that I wasn't allowed. My
I actually
family just.
legitimately forgot what we do next. So why don't you?
You figure this
Yeah,
out.
you take care of that.
I did not grow up playing video games. It wasn't that I wasn't allowed. We just didn't know anything. But my grandmother owned an original Nintendo, and the original Nintendo had the original Mario, and so we played Mario, and I could play the first 2 levels like perfectly, and I know where all of the hidden secrets are. So I guess I would have to say if I had to choose between Mario or Luigi, I would say Mario. Not that you necessarily needed that much Mario, but there you go. Well, people were
All these people are coming to party.
I was gonna say that's a lot. People were saying Wario.
Oh, he's also fun.
Wario's pretty fun.
He's my boy.
What genres of music do I listen to other than classical music? I listen to what do you call like would that be alternative?
Well, according to Spotify, who gave it the worst name, freak folk, which
I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
I don't feel
No,
good
I'd
about
say
it at
alternative folk.
Yeah.
No, Devendra Banhart is absolutely one of our favorite singer-songwriters.
Yeah, we like him. And then, but I listen to like jazz. I listen to obviously classical. I listen to some country. I'm very broad with the things that I listen.
You're very ecumenical.
Yeah.
Frozen Tracks is excellent commentary from both of you. I'm excited to see more of this.
Oh my God! When can we send you the check? This time,
I'm guessing she does not look great.
She looks as
Wait,
beautiful
why are
as a
there ghosts in
Picasso.
this game?
So, okay. This game is a spiritual successor to a sci-fi game called System Shock, which was apparently landmark in video gaming. And that was like sci-fi in the future in a space station. Ooh, wait. Oh, he does have a beautiful signature in blood.
Well, I
Gotta
was
give
gonna
him
say
credit.
I don't believe him.
What?
Above all, do no
He
harm.
just defines harm through an alternative metric.
Ah.
In this society, they overlap with the woke. They say that everyone can have their own kind of cultural performance of standards.
Right.
It's oppressive for you to say that you know what harm is in advance. It applies to everyone.
Fair. There
And
you
clearly,
go.
whatever happened here is just a beautiful and unique expression of what not doing harm looks like.
There you go. It all makes sense now. Yeah, so this surgeon is not the person we want to go to.
I mean, what if you really love Picasso and hate yourself?
I mean, even if you love Picasso, I'm not sure you'd want it on your face.
Well, that's where hating yourself comes into play.
All them machines will short out right and proper if you hit them with electrovolt.
Whoops,
See, I
deactivated
just
my
want to
own
point
thing.
out, look how much better Jacob is at this game.
I'm also on easy mode, but please do give me credit.
I mean, still, you
Wait.
are moving much more smoothly than
Let's,
I am. Oh, and I can't do these hacks as quickly as you can. Not nearly as quickly.
There we go. Oh, come on, give me a vertical. There we go. And another I did not do this in an efficient manner. whatsoever.
I
So
was
while,
gonna
while
say,
I'm
you found
immersed in
everything.
this, please do let me know what people are clamoring.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
People call out. What do they call out for?
I'm taking a look.
Oh, another diary. These people, just the most obsessively self-documented people outside of Zoomers.
You're asking what console we're playing.
Xbox One X. Yeah, boo it. Boo it all you want, PlayStation boy. I buy American. Because that matters in software these days. That may actually have been why I first started with Xbox in like 2002. And now I would not care when it comes to tech companies, because if they're not going to be patriotic, I will not consider buying them to be the same.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got a...
Oh, hey! This is a...
Oh god!
Oh,
Jacob, you're gonna lose!
that's fine. We'll be fine.
You gotta put on the thing!
I'm looking for that.
No, there's one right there!
Okay, you're Russian.
I'm not Russian. I mean, I'm part of Russian.
Yeah. Oh, me, I can do puns. This isn't tedious. What are you talking about?
Well,
This
I
is
can't do it
riveting
as
content.
fast as you can. So I find it cool. I don't know. These remind me of the games like Tetris thing. Again, very limited games I used to play as a child. So Mario and Tetris was another one. And Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune. And they were
There you
so
go.
old that the sound
Do
of...
you want to talk about our favorite place ever? The Circus of
The Circus of
Values.
Values!
You know what?
Don't get more vodka.
You're right.
Potato chips. You know what?
There
At
you
least
go.
he's not wandering around double vision
Well,
situation.
yeah, no, now he's just fat and unhappy with himself. Oh, good. More potato chips. You can get them for free in this place, apparently.
Someone here said this is how hacking works in real life.
Hacker man. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait. Trophy. Can we do anything with this trophy?
You can carry it around and show that you're a winner.
It's probably a participation trophy.
In this world, I doubt it. That's just you buy the trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter if you
That's
won or
what it
not.
is. I'll be right back.
Okay, Kyle, you're gonna have to give me some chat things while Jacob's out of here. Okay, thank goodness there's the arrow to tell me what to do next. Is that right?
Do you think Margaret... So this one comes from Freeze Lit. Do you think Margaret Thatcher effectively utilized something like funnel... Oh.
What?
No, it's a dummy.
Yeah, trolls are always a fun part of live streams.
Not a troll, it's just a dumb question.
Gotcha. Well, we're now in this beautiful... I mean, honestly, I love these tunnel things. If BioShock wasn't about a terrible society, I think this would be a cool place to visit. And I'm sad that something like this doesn't exist. And, like, a good version of it. Like a vacation spot, as opposed to this.
So this is an interesting question that we're getting here from Dogports. Who won more Mario Kart, them or you?
We didn't play Mario Kart growing up, but if we had, it would have been Ben, because I always end up accidentally going the wrong direction. So I don't think it would have been as likely that I would have been the person in those games.
Why do we have two eyes?
Like video games or just games? We played board games, my whole family. We would all sit down on Sabbath and we would play Apples to Apples. We played Settlers of Catan. You know, all of these games that are, I would say, slightly more easy to play. And then I married my husband, who's like board game master. And he plays the hardest games ever, and I can't play anything. I don't know how to do any of it.
If we ever do a YAF dating stream of a board game,
Sorry.
we at least 16 hours.
Well, I mean, if we're playing Here I Stand, the Wars of the Reformation, 1517 to 1555, well then yeah, that's an 8 to 20 hour board game that I still have not opened.
Lisa says that you need your own character out of Super Mario.
Me? It'll, like,
Did you see yourself beating on Wario or Bowser?
I'm really bad at Smash Bros. I'm like,
But your avatar
just-
can represent your potential.
I feel
to,
like
kick
yeah.
butt if someone else were in the
she kicks butt
pilot
with
seat.
manners and
Poise.
poise.
No, grace and elegance.
Her makeup
Oh.
brushes.
So, another person, Silverheart, asks, what's the family Thanksgiving dinner?
They're great. My mom is an amazing cook, and so she makes an incredible turkey. The best is the stuffing. Stuffing is always awesome. And we have a lot of family there, which is always nice. But it's funny because I used to do it at home, right? But now I'm married, and I used to kind of go to my husband's family for
Yes.
Thanksgiving, which is also lovely. And I love his family's Thanksgivings. They're super special. So, bet you they don't have Thanksgiving here. In BioShock.
Well, giving things implies they're not entitled to whatever you acquire by the sweat of your brow. So if you can manage
Right.
it, then it's yours.
Go get her!
Why would you rely on
Get her,
someone
get her,
else?
get her, get her, get her, get her, get her. Good job!
Solid move. I think you, now that you've damaged her left eardrum by firing your gun right next to it, you can follow up with a strike.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought I had the wrench in my hand. I did not recognize.
It's a very revolver-shaped wrench, but that's just because you're trying to smuggle a wrench into the shooting
Oh, there! Oh
range.
God! Get here! Wait! Ah!
I've never seen a better boxing match.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I got everything. What does that say?
Well, Steinman kills.
I think that's true.
So my question about that message,
Okay.
and it's a very nuanced, sophisticated, high-level question.
Tell me.
Who is that for? I
person
feel
who
I feel
walks
if you're
in-
in this society and there's enough blood around for you to write it on the ground, the pool of possible audience members would already be familiar with Steinman and his killing nature.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it could also
It's
be
a
that-
waste of blood. And I feel wherever you're
I mean, the blood
acquiring
is
it from,
already like wasted. It's
Is
on
it?
the ground.
would it be?
I think so. Where am I supposed to go now? This way?
I mean, they're downstairs,
Downstairs.
I believe. That's not downstairs.
This is not the stairs.
That
to
is
down.
outside.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone says Abby's saying Old Town Road. Maybe when we add the Patriot Points back. we'll
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it.
She has done so. Oh, wait, we have to acquire. May I have the controller?
Yeah, go get
We have
fire.
to acquire fire. Yeah, acquire the fire. You have to be real Promethean here.
So I did sing when I was in when we first moved to Nebraska. I sang Old Town Road in an opera voice. So
Music
that was
Gatherer's
on
Garden.
that was on Twitter. But yes, that's something that we will do. Do you want me to explain Patriot Points? I don't really know how they work. Do you know how they work exactly?
He can do it.
Can you explain?
What's up, fam? You can't see me. I'm the secret hidden gnome in the corner of the room.
Calling yourself a gnome, so I don't have to insult you with it first. Bold move. Oh, it's the answer. No.
So, Patriot Points, you guys accrue that just by watching this. You also accrue another point, the Freedom Tokens. Patriot Points.
Freedom tokens.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
I'm
I
not.
love it.
I'm not scoffing. I'm just appreciating
I
the
think you're
consistent
trying to hurt
branding.
my heart. So Patriot Points will allow you, once we're going to have some creative, unique ones when you guys have the Roths on, the right angle and classically Abby. And we'll come up with some ones that are fun that you guys will enjoy. And then when other staff on, then we'll have different things. You'll see, for example, the Magic Bean, where we want to torture ourselves with Bean Boozled, for those of you who know. Or Jacob also has this scary collection that is growing of hot sauces, and we may work that in.
All
somehow.
specifically kosher, so I have no excuse not to consume them.
Yes, you can't try to pull an exemption out.
Yeah, which I couldn't do with the Bean Boozled either because Jelly Bellies are also kosher. So just there's no escape
And then
for
the
me.
Patriot or the Freedom Tokens, we eventually will link to actual swag like T-shirts and hats,
Oh,
sunglasses,
that's cool.
and buttons and things like that. So yeah, thank you everybody for the follows and the subscribers. For follows, I don't know the exact ratio, but you get the more you follow, the more points you get. The subs get more. It's a multiplier, and then the higher level sub you are, the more stuff you accrue at a time. And then for Freedom Tokens, you can actually collect things.
I just want people to observe the little ads. I really wish more products were advertised as succinctly and stylistically as that.
I mean, it's
Perhaps the ads for this guys.
Wow, I missed it.
I love it.
That would require a little bit of effort on someone's part to draw up, but I would appreciate that immensely.
No.
There you go.
I've actually seen that one. That's right. And
So,
I've also
does the fire want to go out? Oh, there we go. But the plastic dummy of a human body does not.
I would have thought that was a dress form, but I think this is not the place for that.
Yeah, I mean, with Steinman, who knows?
Fair enough. He could be
turns your
sewing
skin-
in his free time.
He turns your skin
No.
into the dress.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Stop.
Exactly.
Please.
Blame Steinman, not me. He kills the moment.
I
That's what he
mean,
goes.
he does.
So as we were saying.
I don't remember what I was
I
saying.
apologize.
It's okay.
Ooh. Oh, Surgery's
Surgery's
Picasso.
Picasso. There you
that
go.
same signature. Do you think he used a stencil?
Well, he definitely has a
And then-
paintbrush.
Yeah. So, and that is. She's beautiful.
Stunning.
She's gorgeous. So is her nose off to the left?
No, I think he shaved it. I think that's
No,
like.
no, but did he put it back on the top left, or are those just mock-ups?
I think those are mock-ups.
Those are mock-ups?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
I mean, it's an unfortunate photo, no matter what it.
Why does he get to remain looking like that?
I don't know. He
Should've
doesn't
done a
seem to do this
self-portrait.
much on like the men. Mostly he's going to town.
Definitely
Making-
not a complex.
Surgical career creating
Yeah.
insane
So
tired shit
let's see.
over and over again. The upturned nose, the cleft chin, the ample nose.
Seeing what people are saying.
Wonderful. If I could do with a knife what that old Spaniard did with a brush.
Ah, can't get in there.
I don't know, man.
Ugh, want to get diary. Don't want to be caught on camera. Ah,
Yeah, this is not your favorite.
it's
You
not.
like
I
the
keep going out of my
hacks
way to do it though.
I
so
know, I was gonna say,
that's,
why?
Masochism? I don't know.
But you
Completionism?
said in the BioShock 2 you prefer the hacks
It's
in
so much.
BioShock 2.
Well, first of all, what's interesting about it is that they made it so that the game does not pause. We could be in the middle of fighting and it wouldn't affect anything here.
Right.
So it doesn't pause and it's not made strategic. It's just made reflex based.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, not worth it. We don't need
Juice,
it.
squeeze, not equal.
Okay.
Clinical trial lot 44, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics.
Oh, get back there. This is
Subject
irritating to me.
Oh, I'm listening to the thing.
Can you hear me, Mr. Wallace? Yes, sir, Mr. Suchong, sir. Very well. Right, I'm introducing lot 44 now.
No, I can't.
Named the lot 44 Enrage.
What? You can see it.
Much of its tendency-
Oh, there you go.
Nurse?
Wait, so they did Picasso a man.
No, that's not Picassoing him. That's using the enraged plasmid on him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they were just saying.
Got
Oh,
it.
look, shotgun in room with dodgy lighting.
Not
And
great.
person.
Don't zoom in.
Don't zoom. Okay, fine. I'll
Don't
just
do it.
step over to the corpse to grab a shotgun.
People are saying that Daft Punk broke up today.
Oh, I'd seen about that.
I don't know anything about Daft Punk.
You're good. They're not terrible. They're just a genre of music that you and I are not particularly
Well, I
into.
feel like there was a specific era in which people talked about Daft
Early
Punk a
2000s?
lot.
Not that early? No. Didn't they do One More Time? Or am I just showing complete cultural ignorance?
I
Please
really
check the
don't
chat
know.
to see if I'm
Correct.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Chat,
It's-
tell us about Daft Punk.
It's
we
like
don't
Who
know.
Wants to Be a Millionaire? You let the audience correct you because you know they're right. I use Chomper's Dental Office.
The YAF guy in chat.
Yeah.
Correct. I was like, what?
Just live correct.
It says, what's been your favorite games this gen? Xbox One?
I just saw someone say that Daft Punk did do One More Time. So.
Oh, did
Ha-
they?
ha-
Oh, yes, they did
ha-
one more time. Okay, got it.
This mattered.
Sorry.
This mattered so much.
But which games do you like better, Xbox One and
I don't have a PS4.
Oh, that's the answer.
Yeah.
What's the thing? The PlayStation.
We don't have PlayStation. We have a Nintendo Switch. Yes, Abigail. Abigail is very new.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Let me pretend that I have any right to scoff at you because I played video games throughout my youth and you were learning a skill like singing.
I wasn't learning it when I was a child. That was fine.
Well, you were learning Torah while I was doing
doing.
video games. So
Fair
I give you
enough.
credit for that.
Yeah.
Who's fighting me?
schooling.
Who wants to fight? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I feel like Floyd Mayweather trying to bait someone to throw a grenade and then just launch it right back at them.
Do you like the Beatles?
Do I like the Beatles? So I think the Beatles are fine. I'm not a huge fan of their music. There are certain songs I really like.
Aesthetics are a moral imperative.
So that's a statement.
Yeah. So I will say this is actually a handy little reference point for just idolatry comes in many forms, and we associate paganism with the ancient world. Paganism, idolatry are anything that is finite that you put in the seat of the infinite. If you let something as cramped and limited as a thing that you like or that could have some value, and you mistake that for all that there is to value, you will sacrifice far too much for the sake of something that's far too small.
Well, and it's often said that the idea that there's been civilizations that were beautiful and valued beauty and did things, so beauty is not moral.
It's not sufficient. It is nourishing. It is a vehicle to get across that which is maybe more abstract and appealing, like real moral messages. Couching it in proper aesthetics makes it better. It's like having vitamins or medicine that you put good flavoring on.
Right.
It's going to get people to encourage to do the right things, but the good flavoring itself is not the medicine.
Right, exactly.
I asked her, what do you mean, goddess? Symmetry.
Oh, this is him speaking to Aphrodite, speaking of paganism. Oh, there he is.
There he
We're
goes.
gonna fight him.
He's
Come
a
on,
boss,
bro.
right?
Come on.
That's what you call that? A boss?
Yeah, he's a boss.
He's a boss.
We don't have to compliment the guy, Abigail. Oh wait, I want to hack this. There we go. Okay, what's chat saying now? What are they up to?
The people in the chat. I was going back to the Beatles. Yeah, the Beatles are not my favorite, but I like some of their songs. They're like perfectly fine to listen to. I just don't find them that engaging. And growing up, my dad really didn't like the Beatles, so I think that's probably part of it. But going back down here, somebody said, what was it? They asked if I've ever watched anime. No, I have not.
Do you have any interest?
Not really. I have nothing against anime. It's just that I like for other people. I just personally don't find it that entertaining, and I don't love that. I don't like that. I don't know. I just am not the
Out of
biggest
my
fan
way,
of the
boy.
art. It's not my favorite.
Well, Travis, what are some subtle ways leftists put their ideology in video games that players may not notice before?
That is a good question.
That's a very good point.
I mean,
Classically,
let me start.
Video
Because you
ga-
play more video games.
Yeah, video
than I
games
do.
more specifically are my domain. So, first of all, I just want to let any moment in the game breathe.
Yeah, fair enough.
No.
Too tall! Too symmetrical! Enough!
Yeah, it's not good.
An intruder! He's ugly! Ugly! Ugly!
It's very rude.
What I
That's very
lament about
hurtful.
this game is that they never let you see a mirror so that you can confirm whether or not Steinman was completely insane. Maybe the man had a point.
To be fair, he's the only person in the world who thinks that being too symmetrical is ugly.
Oh, he's dead already.
Wow.
I guess on easy mode, launching a crate into his head with telekinesis is sufficient.
Make sure you get the chaos done.
Yeah,
A fair point.
Also, superpowers and people tanking multiple bullets before going down happens too, so... Look, the game designers programmed this nice little combat arena that we could have electroshocked him in, And then they still
don't
let him
even
go
need
down.
it.
You don't even need it. They let him go down like a punk with one crate launched via telekinesis into the face.
But going back to that question.
Going back to the question. So the way that the left can put a message into a video game, to think of something unique, it'll take me a moment. But broadly, it's the same way that you can put it into anything, which is that you frame the facts of a narrative. For example, you make a game about Vietnam. What are you going to do? You're going to have the obligatory war crime sequence or something like that for the US. Or you won't focus on why the North was fighting the South, and you're going to just make it seem like a generic conflict that the US also did a war crime. Just anything like that. A really big problem when it comes to artistic representations of historical events is what the audience will assume to be neutral that is actually politicized. So as I was saying with Vietnam, everyone just knows that X thing is historically what happened. Well, how do you know that? The way we talk about current events now and the way we frame anything is always politically charged. You look at something like the Iraq War. There's no neutral narrative about deciding to go to Iraq or what went down there or the justifications for doing it. All of that is a series of debates to be had about people's motives and about what all that means.
Right.
Well, so you go back to any historical epoch,
And it's
they'll get
true.
away with treating their own narrative as just the established fact that we all know. So that's a really big thing. You see it in movies.
Right,
Games
I was
can
gonna say,
accomplish
you see
the
that
same
in
thing.
movies. I talked about that with The Crown. It's very easy to see it in historical films because there's obviously a narrative and they're obviously trying to get across their viewpoint, and it's even easier to see it when you can consult history and say, okay, did that really happen?
We had a flashback to that amazing cigarette we had at the beginning of the game.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wait, I am going the wrong way though. Whoops. There we go.
But yeah, so it's easy to actually confirm biases because you can look at the history and say, okay, well, they're not giving us the whole story, and that's true in video games and it's true in movies.
Yeah. Before we continue, and that was a good question, thank you. Let's get a little cutscene. So we just saw a Big Daddy launched through a wall. Oh wait, we can't jump there. We have to walk through the door like a pleb.
Stay away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Easy now, Doctor. He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam. Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. That's not a child. Not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte do not hurt her. Have you no heart?
Aye, that's a pretty sermon coming from the guru. Cooked up them creatures in the first place. Took fine little girls and turned them into that, didn't you? Listen to me, Bio. You won't survive without the Adam doors. Things are carrying. Are you prepared to trade your life, the lives of my wife and child, for Tenenbaum's little Frankenstein?
Here. There is another. Use this. Free them from their torment. I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
So, okay, we have a moment here. This is the introduction to the morality system in the game, which is extremely binary. Basically, you have these little girls, as we were describing, and you can rescue them.
This is such a moving thing, in my opinion.
Yes, but before
Yeah,
we
I'll
go
let you
on,
go.
I'll set up a little background for it.
Yeah.
So, we described the society, underwater, hyper-capitalist, no gods, no kings, no masters. Great. They discovered this genetic rewrite material, gives them superpowers, rots your brain, and then apparently makes you susceptible to being pheromone chemical brainwashed. Great. But the thing is that with the collapse of the society and everything else, they don't have enough of this atom material to go around and keep people stable and keep this little ecosystem functioning. So apparently these little girls were able to be genetically modified so that they could harvest the atom from corpses, reprocess it, and then put it back into circulation, which makes them a big target for these Spicer mutant people who, if they can get a hold of them, can extract tremendous amounts of the atom to keep themselves going. So we, as the player character, to become stronger, we need this atom stuff to rewrite ourselves, add the superpowers. And so when we come across these little sisters, as they are called, you have the morality choice. Rescue them, gives you less of the atom, or harvest them, gives you more. Also, it makes you a very mean and terrible person. And the game has two endings, a mean and terrible one, which is if you harvest them, and a nice and fuzzy, genuinely heartwarming one if you rescue them.
Everyone's saying to harvest. We will not harvest.
Yeah, no.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, no.
So sorry about that.
There we go. I like the little music sting.
I do too. And it's much better in the first game, I think.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
mister.
she's much cuter in the first game.
Thank you for helping me.
She's like a
gonna say,
linebacker.
let her
She just
go.
pushed us across the room.
I think you're a fan. I lost what happened at Jacob. Somebody said, have you ever heard of Crusader Kings?
So,
Look like wee little girls, but looks don't make it so. You need all the atoms.
I don't get so there's a whole thing with Atlas and there's a twist in this game. He's not necessarily the nicest guy, but the whole pitch that the little sisters aren't little girls anymore. I don't even get how that's possible.
We literally just saved her and she was a little girl.
Well, even before then, okay, she looks like a mutant. She looks like a slug person. Granted, she has like a reverb voice that sounds like a demon in a movie that's possessing someone's little echo.
Right.
Granted, and they're brainwashed to try and stab corpses with syringes to harvest and reprocess their blood. Granted. But everything they do is very little girl-esque, and they're just like brainwashed.
It's true.
There's like a plot point in the game about once they're saved, they still like go through the motions and of a draw to like try and do the atom stuff because that was just like mental programming.
Right.
So with the addition of superpowers, they are not any less little girl or human.
Right.
They're just little girl plus in an unfortunate manner.
Yeah, no.
You're getting props in the chat for being pro-life.
Of course. Hello.
Yeah, see, that's how we know that we have degenerate leftists in the chat telling us to harvest the little sisters. Gather our vulnerability. They're going to talk to us about the big daddies who are the bodyguards.
Right. I think I had another question. Oh, people were asking if there were any classic horror movies. I don't watch horror movies unless they're so ridiculous I can laugh at them because they scare me. But somebody was saying maybe the like old classics, like the black and white stuff. I think that could be interesting.
Well, we do need to watch Gaslight.
Yeah, I was saying, someone said like the old Frankenstein or something like that.
Young
I think that could be
Frankenstein?
cool. Young Frankenstein I would not call a horror movie.
What do you mean? It's in black and white and Frankenstein's in it. How could it possibly not be? So, yeah, they're telling us that if you implant the slug into the little girl, then make her a little sister, they become codependent. And now they're saying if you remove the slug, it's like removing a patient for life support.
Except that we did, and that was healthy.
Yeah, they came up with a method.
Use YAF stuff in the chat.
You're ready now.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Wait,
opportunity
can I
to
say
fight a big
mine?
daddy. Yes.
My favorite is if you were curious, I was gonna say. But yours is gonna be hard.
What do you mean? I have a mirror, don't I? I'm gonna. This is the worst method for fighting a big daddy by far.
Someone asked if I'm going to CPAC this year. We are not going to CPAC this year, unfortunately. But definitely, YAF will be there though, so you should definitely check them out. But I will not.
You could say I'm throwing everything but the kitchen sink.
Ah!
Ah! I think I killed him with a teddy bear.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh.
I was not sure where you were
That
going.
doesn't make sense because there's. I don't think except for there's a pizza place where I grew up.
Oh, that's
called
very
the Kitchen
specific.
Sink.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah, man.
very specific.
I kind of
Listen,
forgot where I was
Ohio
for a moment.
pizzerias in your town, exactly what's on the map for me personally.
Come through as soon as you get there. You got Ryan.
Ah! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, watch
You
out,
get more
nades.
applaud in the
Where?
chat for the pro-life. There you go.
Oh, there we
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Always, always.
Consume the child.
No,
Nah.
we're not gonna do
Besides, they gift us a teddy bear with goodies, so it's not even an advantage. Yeah, you know what? I think this
The
society is
ending.
getting to me. The only way my morality goes down in this game is utterly transactional.
that.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Oh, it's
sure.
having an influence.
But yeah, the ending of this game
Yeah, you
is
go through here.
much better when you are a good person.
You're getting there, babe.
I'm working!
Yeah, to your right.
Oh god!
Oh, nope. Go around the bottom of the stairs.
No, I was gonna shoot him from underneath, but I wasn't able to.
You could,
What?
can you go through the door right now? You just got a grenade in your back. Now you gotta knock something.
Am I in a boss room?
No, You're just
Okay.
fighting a
You're
guy.
making me nervous.
To your left, I think there's a door control. That's your right.
That's my right.
Your left. That's your right.
This is the
And
left.
that's literally the exact opposite.
Oh god, everything's happening.
Now to your right.
I'm scared.
Now go forward.
Okay.
Now look at the glowing thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Security alert is activated. Thanks for your patience.
Do I watch
I
this
don't know
one?
how you
No,
managed
you
it,
just
but
you
you
can
did.
continue on.
Come through to port next year now.
I don't know how I managed it either, to be fair.
Yeah, ignore the guy who's throwing a grenade in your face. Oh no.
What?
No.
Running away!
No, don't do that.
Why?
Do the opposite of that. Just ignore him or kill him. You can do.
I was gonna ignore him.
But you want to proceed in the game, right?
Yeah.
So go through the door that just opened. Down.
Oh. Did we just come from that direction?
No, we came from behind you. Now there we go.
Okay,
Yeah. Now pull the lever.
Oh, I go in here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Except,
There we go.
I did it.
Congratulations.
I am great at video games. Woo! Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Yes, you do get more Adam when you harvest the little sisters. But really, what is the purpose of the game? Just to get better at fighting? No, it's for the moral achievement of the happy
Yes!
ending. But
But
unironically.
But absolutely, I play video games for the story. I do not play video games for the fighting, which is why I don't mind if Jacob plays the game and I just watch, because I
Yeah.
like listening. But I'm not. You know, tonight we're going for it. So I'm
No.
playing. This is dark for anyone. Just
Oh yeah, that is a crucified smuggler who was smuggling Bibles, as if that were not on the nose.
Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way.
Someone said, "You guys are great, but so different. How did y'all meet each other?" We are very different, but also very similar.
So, here. Okay, now he's done talking. We made it to the second chapter of the game, second level. Thematically, this level is actually kind of about how outside influence infiltrated this hermetically sealed society, I guess literally and figuratively, at the bottom of the ocean. And so this might be a
place to
good
pause.
pausing point for the next time.
Yeah.
And to be terrible, the story of how we met also for
Fine,
next
we'll
time.
save it for next
because
time.
In
And
its
I
full
also
bloom,
wanted
it deserves at least 5 minutes.
I know it does take it takes a good amount of time to talk about. It's something I've been wanting to put on my channel for a while. So
We'll
we
do
might
a
do
first
yeah, I was gonna
draft
say, we'll do
live.
this is the
Just
first
keep
draft on
teasing
here.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
Yeah, you can watch it here, and then you can watch it on my channel again with even more detail. So yeah.
So one last thing among the commentaries. So first chapter was about introducing you to the world of Rapture and Steinman and that whole narrative of like the aesthetics and kind of like an Icarus thing. You know, Icarus flew too close to the sun, melted his wings, fell down. This society with Adam can remake man in any form physically, and that power without any limits led to just a complete degeneration. You know, Babel style. You also go up so high you end up destroying yourself. So you see how people get turned into physical, grotesque monsters because there's nothing grounding them and no paying attention to like a human nature of any kind. Here in the second chapter, we have the religious themes in this society, and then also in terms of narrative about how this hermetically sealed society had smuggling and outside influences kind of be the progenitor for organized crime in the society, which led to people trying to rival Andrew Ryan as the great dictator of the city, who also wanted to be like an anarchist, libertarian, capitalist utopia. So there's a lot of layered things here, which makes it really interesting. But I will point out, we have here the Great Chain, and the Great Chain is this metaphorical thing in the philosophy of Andrew Ryan about the great chain of commerce and cooperation.
Right.
It's his adaptation and then pagan idolization of a degenerated version of the Invisible Hand. Yeah, the Invisible Hand, the idea that people pursuing their normal run of just business and things to make a living for themselves drives them to act in a pro-social way, which makes sense in the context in which it was originally set. You take anything, you remove all limits and normal, just pragmatic grounding, and you make it your god, you're going to get the Great Chain in an explicitly atheist society. You still have a god, you still have religious art, and you still have things that lead people completely astray. There's a great quote that I love from David Foster Wallace, which is, there's no such thing really as an atheist. You don't get a choice about believing. you're going to believe. You just get a choice about what you believe. So this section of the game is a
Very much
really
that.
good kind of presentation of that theme.
Yeah.
So with that, I think the gameplay portion is done.
Yeah.
So we're going to save. And Kyle,
Switch to intermission.
what do now? We just do this?
I guess I'm gonna switch to intermission and peace out.
So
Okay,
we
sounds
peace out
good.
during intermission or now for the camera.
Well, I'm gonna switch.
Thank you for bearing with us as we figure this part out.
All right, there we go.
Okay,
there we go.
Now
Got it.
you're on the big screen. It's all you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was our first part of playing through BioShock. Thanks for hanging out with us while we did it. My Jacob was, doing better than I was, but I got some things. I did some of it. I ran into some walls. That wasn't the best
You
part.
ran into some walls, which were your obstacle to overcome.
They were.
And you discovered how to think laterally. Step to the side of the wall and then move forward. Thank you all for viewing. Thank you for participating in the
joining
chat.
us.
And
We'll see you
there were some
next
great
time.
questions this time, and we look forward to more discussion of the game, our lives,
Yeah.
conservatism in general. Just
Keep asking questions in the chat because we like being able to communicate with you guys. So yeah,
It was a lot of fun. Thank
cool.
you all.
Thanks,
Have a great night.
guys. Good night.
Thank you.